Welcome to the Faith and Happiness Playground. I am your host, Elle Edwards, happiness coach, author, and founder of this little place, the Faith and Happiness Playground. I'm super excited that you are here. Now, quick housekeeping reminder. If you are brand new to my world, I would encourage you to like the page. I'm going to be going live every Tuesday and every Thursday. I'm also going to be sharing the podcast with you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And of course, if you enjoy this video, if you know somebody who would get benefit from it, please do share it. Together, we're going to reclaim what it means to be Christian by helping Christians like you be youier, full to the top with God's love. But I cannot do it on my own, so please do share. With the housekeeping notes over, let's get on with the show. In today's episode of the podcast, we're going to be asking the question, now what? Maybe you're the kind of person who's been very busy. You give of service, whether it's clients, your family, people that you care about out in your community. You're somebody who shows up and you do all of the things. But then you wake up one day and you're like, okay, now what? Maybe your children have gotten old and they don't need you as much as they used to. Between you and I've got teenagers. I know where you're coming from. Or maybe your children are older and they're not children at all anymore. They've moved out, they've off to uni, or they've got homes of their own, families of their own. We get to this point as women where we kind of lose that sense of who we are. We're somebody's wife, somebody's mum. We lose our own identity. So what we're going to be looking at together today and moving forward is, how can you reclaim your identity? How can you be you? How can you be youier? And that starts with the question, now what? Now then, the very first part of that, and the reason why we're dealing with this today on Mindset Monday, I have actually introduced new themes. One of my own quirks or eccentricities is I really, really love alliteration. So the podcast is going to be going out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so today's episode being published on Monday is Mindset Monday. As a little sort of sneak peek of what's coming up, on Wednesday we have Wisdom Wednesday, or wow, I didn't know that Wednesday. I hope to share something new with you, some brain science, some behind the scenes stuff that's interesting that you can take there and use. And then on Friday we have Faith Friday. Between you and I, again, sneak peek, on Fridays we're going to be looking at what other people have to say about some of the hot topics around our faith, whether I agree with them, disagree with them. And then you can come and join in the comments and let me know what you think as well. So that's a quick look of what's coming ahead later in the week. Today, however, we are thinking, now what? And I really want to encourage you and hopefully inspire you to actually start by making a decision. Because it's really easy to go from one day to the next. Life kind of happens, let's be honest. I want you to start consciously making a choice. That's why the work that we do in the Faith and Happiness Playground is, the whole program is youier by design. It's no accident. It reminds me of Psalm 139, where it talks about you being fearfully and wonderfully made. You are not an accident. You are right here, right now, for this moment in time. That's the whole Esther reference, for such a time as this. But you are no accident. Before you ever breathe a single breath, God knew exactly who you would be, where you would be in the world, and what you would look like, be like, show up, the things that you would do. And so if you've lost that sense of actually what it means to be you, just know this: God wants to help you. He wants you to be you. It's not about doing more stuff or, making all these changes, then I'll be happy. This is about you being you. So in answer to that question, now what? The very first step is to make a choice. And so today on Mindset Monday, I want you to consider, are you ready to make a choice? Are you ready to be youier by design? To stop letting life happen by accident, almost like sleepwalking through it, and actually go, right, yes, this is my time. And let's be honest, there's no judgment. You might be following along going, yeah, not yet. It might be, the idea of it might be a little bit terrifying, a little bit unnerving. Now, that doesn't mean that's not a reason to do it. We all have times where we're just quite sure, and your brain likes to keep you safe. There's a reason why when you step out and try and do something new, why your brain will bring up all the reasons why it's a terrible idea. Your brain wants to keep you safe, and so your brain reminds you of all of the things. However, that fear isn't the reason not to do something. But that said, if right now as you're following along, you're like, I don't know, I would encourage you to sit with this, talk to God about it, because that's where you and I have got that advantage. You're not being left floundering around on your own, trying to guess and figure it out by yourself, like some head puzzle. Yes, I can help you with that. We can do that together. And that's well, not just some of what we do, that's a lot of what we do in the playground. But even before you get to that point, God wants to help you. So if you're not sure if you're ready to make that next step and go, yes, talk to God about it. Ask him. Because if, quite candidly, I know lots of people go, no, now is the time, jump on it, and they'll be full of enthusiasm. And I get that. I'm really excited that you are here, and I would love you to do this work with me, and we can play with this together. However, I'm also a realist in terms of seasons of life. So if you've got an awful lot going on right now, or things are very turbulent, let's be quite honest, now might not be the right time. So if you're following along going, I'm not sure, talk to God about it. However, if you are following along going, yes, Elle, I'm ready. I'm ready to be you by design. I would encourage you to go and check out faithandhappinessplayground.com. Find out more about how you can come along and join us. You get access to the You by Design playbook, including the You games. I'm really excited. Been working hard behind the scenes. I say working hard, playing hard. It's been lots and lots of fun, but preparing things so that together we can figure out who you are, how you're going to show up in the world, and also the brain science and the happiness stuff that I get really excited about, because ultimately I want you to be so full to the top with God's love and joy and delight and happiness that you go out there and you impact the world in a really positive way. That's my why. That's my ulterior motive. If you've never heard me tell you that before, consider yourself warned. I want to make you happy. But that's the next step if you are ready to do that. However, I know that can be a bit daunting if you're brand new to the Faith and Happiness Playground. If you and I have never spoken before, you haven't sort of listened to the podcast or watched the podcast before. So don't forget, there's no pressure. There'll be more episodes coming up. You can follow along. But I do want to encourage you, ask God about this stuff. And of course, I want to remind you as well, I've got my phone with me with my Bible app on it. I want to remind you that God knows all of the answers. One of my very favorite verses, I've got lots of favorites. This is Jeremiah 29, and it's from verse 11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. So if you're somebody who is really going to God, okay, help me, just know that he does want to help you. He's not some far off distant God, quietly, aloof, expecting you to figure it out on your own. He already knows, and that's really exciting to me, because already if the next step of you showing up as you involves impacting other people, he's already preparing the hearts of those people. It's a much less low pressure, takes the sort of the angst off things, because God's doing this and he wants nothing more than for you to be you, the person that he made you to be. But it does all start with that choice. And like I say, if you're ready, you want to come and join us, faithandhappinessplayground.com. In the meantime, thank you for being here. I shall catch up with you in the very next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.